All right, welcome to the Mack Podcast, episode 4. You know what I'm saying? Is this? Yes, it is episode 4. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's been a good week so far. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of extra bonus points in my class. You know, things are looking up. Things are looking up. It look like your boy about to graduate. Not saying that I have never failed a class, but I don't plan on failing the class. I have never failed a class. Don't plan on starting to fail a class. So everything's on the up and up right now. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get into it. It came out news that Disney may be in talks of buying Fox. Like, of course, they can't buy like the sports and the other stuff, like, cause they sports and news. They really can't buy sports because they already got ESPN. So, hey, I'm all with Disney buying that. You know why I'm all with it? Cause we need fucking X-Men back. I Disney needs X-Men. Real shit. Real shit. They need X-Men back. Because it's not that Fox did a bad job with X-Men, cuz I don't think they did. They did a bad job with the Fantastic Four, especially this new recent Fantastic Four movie. They did a bad job. Like, my boy Michael B. Jordan. Like, I don't know what they was doing in that freaking movie. I have no idea what they was doing. But please let Marvel get back the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, because Fox can't really do shit with them. So I hope they get them back. I want to see the Gambit movie. I want to see X-Men brought up to the heights that it was like when X1 and X2 came out. Now, I actually liked X3. You know what I'm saying? And plus, Fox did great with the Wolverine movies. Even though I still haven't seen Wolverine 2, my brother get on me about that every single day. He'd be like, every time I talk about Wolverine 3, every time I talk about it, he's like, go see part 2. Go see part 2. Part 2 was fire too. But I was just like, man, oh, Diane, I forget her name. The girl who played X-23 in the movie. She was fire. She was fire. That was a great movie. That was a great movie. Matter of fact, I have that movie like in the house somewhere. Probably gonna watch it today. But yes, Disney is talking about buying them. I would love for Disney to buy freaking the characters back from Fox. Like, for real. They need to. They need to. Not saying Fox is trash, but they don't know what they're doing with them over there. And Fox Sports can stay over there. Like, it'd be weird if they bought Fox Sports, because they can't buy it. But if they was to buy it, which they can't, having skipped back on the Disney train, that'd be funny. How he just left ESPN like last year, and now he'll get back over there. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I'm not even gonna play with y'all. But then they have a whole monopoly on the sports thing, which isn't fine. That's not good for business. Know what I'm saying? So that's going on now. But the real thing is, I don't know how many of y'all like watch wrestling. Like, I used to watch wrestling a lot, like when I was a kid, like a lot. Every Monday and Friday, it was SmackDown and Raw. Never bought no pay-per-views though. Never bought a pay-per-view for wrestling in my life. Like, it never got that real. Plus, we be broke over here, so how we gonna buy that? But wrestling, like, I was always a fan. Shawn Michaels is still my favorite wrestler to this day. That's still my favorite wrestler. One of the best promos I ever seen, to me, was when Ric Flair got into the ring. Got into the ring. It was Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Ric Flair in the ring. And when Ric Flair talking about, I remember when I used to be the best wrestler alive. I remember when I used to be that guy. And he was like, I went to Double A, and he's like, Nate, that Michaels kid is good. he didn't want to hurt my feelings. I was like, oh my God. I still watch that promo on YouTube to this day. That promo is fire. When he's sitting there telling Sean, you're not the best anymore. That shit was flames, man. Oh my God, bro. That was fire. But yeah, so wrestling was a big part of my childhood. Not Shawn Michaels, DX, fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's why I still watch Broken Skull Ranch. I watch anything Stone Cold's in. I listen to his podcast. All that, man. All of that. Like, for real. You got to. This dude is like, bro, he's Steve Austin. He's Stone Cold Steve Austin. I wish Sean would come out with a podcast, because I definitely listen to Sean. If you ever see this, like, please get in touch with me, bro, and we can do a podcast together, because I may fan out for like a couple episodes, but after that we gonna hit it in stride. But like, man, that's my favorite wrestler: Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, dude. And it's I don't even know who's my favorite out of Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels. It gotta be Shawn. It has to be Shawn. So, but man, Stone Cold right there. So I watch Broken Skull Ranch every week. Every week it come on, I watch that, cause that's my shit. I don't know if I should be plugging shit on my podcast, but hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all what I like and what I don't like. Like, I'm not gonna come up here and be fake on that. But man, I think every time me and my brother watch Broken Skull Ranch, we sit there and talk. Man, what if The Rock and Stone Cold they need to do some type of show, or they need to do something. They need to develop content some way, however they do it, whether it's a show, a series, or like a motivation thing. They need to do it. Like, those are two of the best talkers that has ever been in the WWE. Like, it's simple as that. So I think they would be great with just creating content, because The Rock is already, the highest paid actor last year and shit like that. So I hope he decides to do something with Stone Cold, because them two together, they made magic together, dude, in the 90s. Come on, the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era was just crazy. Wrestling was the fucking greatest, dude. It was the greatest. It's just my boy Stone Cold kept it, like, he had that neck injury and all that. That was the problem. That was the problem. But boy, sweet Jesus, that, like, wrestling, as you can see, wrestling was a big part of my childhood. Wrestling was there for me. Like, I love that. Loved it every minute of it. But as I got older, like, I got the games. Like, I remember I used to have this GameCube game, Day of Reckoning, Wrestling Day of Reckoning. That shit was fire, and all that was flames. Then I got SmackDown versus Raw 2005. That brought me back in like crazy. But it started to dwindle with me for wrestling. It started to, like, I stopped watching it as much, of course, because I got more into sports. Started following more MMA. Started watching like more movies, TV shows, and shit like that. And I was just like, kind of fell off with wrestling. But now, like, because it wasn't really like compelling to me anymore. Like, it wasn't compelling. I don't know how else to put it. Like, they made you believe everything back then. They made you believe it, that it was happening, that they just busted this dude up right here, that he's flying across the ring and tagging somebody. Like, they made you believe that. They made you believe that, yo, I'm about to fuck up Vince McMahon. When Stone Cold hit him with a bedpan, bro, I was dying. I was dying for that. And then when Stone Cold brought out the beer trucks, sweet Jesus, man. Like, that is greatness to me. That is wrestling at its heights. It has never been better than the Attitude Era. And plus you you had brands crossing over with WCW and fucking WWE. They had it was so much tension then. It was just, you didn't know what was gonna happen on any given night. It was a series. Literally on any given night, it was a series. You didn't know who was popping up where. You didn't know what was going on. That was greatness to me. That was greatness. Like, so it's never gonna get back there. And all that. Plus, shout out to CM Punk. That was one of my favorites. Like, after Sean retired and all that, I really stayed watching to see CM Punk. So I like CM Punk. That was my dude in wrestling, especially with that GTS, that go to sleep when he hit you with that knee. That was fire. That was fire. But no, it's not as compelling anymore. Especially when he did the pipe bomb. I know I'm getting off track, but he was doing the pipe bomb. He was letting people know shit and all. That was fire. But like he didn't do too well in the UFC. But I'm glad that you tried it. People should always follow what they want to do in life, and that's good for you that you tried that shit. I would love to see you go back to the WWE. I know you got paid like a truckload of money to fight in the UFC. I don't know if you're gonna fight again, but like, if you do, fight one more time and then like go back to wrestling, dude. I'd love to see you back in the WWE, even though you probably not gonna go and all that. You probably got some shit with Vince and all that, but hey, it is what it is. But like I said, wrestling not as compelling to me anymore. Like, it stopped being compelling after I started watching all the other type shit. Like, I just didn't have time for it. So now, like, for the past couple months and shit, I've been looking like at the Bullet Club, like being elite. I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, they bringing wrestling back to the good days, Back, they trying to make wrestling fun again. I was like, okay, y'all bring it back. Dude, this dude, Kenny Omega, is a fucking savage. Okay? He's a savage. I'm talking about, like, savage in the way that I think he's the best wrestler now. Even though I don't watch it as much, I catch it every now and then with my cousin when he comes by and he puts it on WWE, so I catch it. I think Kenny Omega, like, he's not in WWE, he's in like New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he's coming on Ring of Honor. Like, he's going at Chris Jericho. It's him and Chris Jericho going against each other. Chris Jericho is another one of the people I used to like. So, like, he going over there in Ring of Honor to fight Kenny Omega. And then you got Cody Rhodes out here going, Cody Rhodes part of Bullet Club too. Like, you out here, the WWE, I don't know what's going on with y'all. Y'all need to do something. Y'all just got like a couple members from the Bullet Club. Bring in the whole Bullet Club. Bring in all of them. Like, for real. That don't make sense. Bring it back to when it was great. When wrestling was great. Try to remake the Attitude Era, man. I don't think you can remake that. It was just so much shit happening then. Like, it was so much shit. You can't remake that. You can't remake that. But Kenny Omega is the fucking real deal, dude. He's the guy. Like, this dude, the cleaner, is, like, when I look at him, like, I'd be like looking at him wrestle. Like, I didn't pass the Attitude Era and Sean and all that. I very rarely watch matches, like whole matches all the way through. I probably watch 5-10 minutes of a match, and like watch something else for a little bit, come back to it. Like, but I actually sat here and watched the whole match. I haven't done that in a long time. So with me sitting there watching it, and I'm like, yeah, this dude getting it. Like, he's keeping me there in the match. And I'm like, bro, This dude is probably the best wrestler on the planet. Then I done listened to Stone Cold. I thought I was bullshitting. I thought I was like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I don't see what they see. Like, maybe I'm thinking that I'm tripping, that he's not that good, and that I'm just like on some other shit because I haven't been watching wrestling like that. Bullshit. You got Stone Cold and you got Jim Ross saying the same shit. They like, oh, for sure I think he's probably the best wrestler right now is the kid Kenny Omega, the cleaner. I was like, oh shit. So I'm like, I wasn't tripping. I was glad to not be tripping. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I want them to bring it to like where it was like crossing over. You know what I'm saying? Like because they just had a thing. The Bullet Club just had a thing with the WWE, and they was talking about we're invading Raw and shit like that. I was like, and they had maybe a couple thousand people with them. I don't know. It was a lot of people. It was a lot of people on they shit, and they was like, they was you had Cody Rhodes in there walking and shit. I was like, okay, Cody, cause you know he left the WWE. He left the WWE, and Cody's doing good. Alright, he's doing good. I recently read an article where they was talking about I think Neville or somebody on WWE. They was talking about he better hope his outside the WWE career goes as well as Cody Rhodes, because Cody Rhodes is dogging right now. He's in the Bullet Club. He's the champion of Ring of Honor and shit like that. I was like, dude, and plus they had him in the WWE playing as like freaking Stardust. Really? Stardust. That's what y'all came up with for Cody Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes' son, Goldust's brother, Stardust. Let that shit sink in for a second. It done sunk in? Yeah, fucking Stardust. Stardust. Who came up with that? It sure wasn't Cody. I bet you it wasn't Cody. Talking about, I'm gonna play Stardust, Goldust's brother and all that, even though that's who he is in real life. You think he wanna be compared with his brother? You think he wanna hold that mantle? No. Goldust is Goldust. That's it. My brother used to love Goldust. Like, come on, y'all need to do better than that at the WWE. I would have left too if y'all did some bullshit like that. Like if you would had my brother, he would say he Big Mac and we got Mini Mac over here. He's regular Mac and I'm Mini Mac. What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that, man? That's just not smart. That's some straight bullshit. So y'all need to do better than that, dog. Man, this is why I can't go back to the Attitude Era, because the shit was just popping off. It was just flying off the hinges. It was like, oh, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, we gonna do this. It wasn't trying to do too much. It was just shit flying off the handle. That's what it was. That's when it gets great, when you got stuff flying off the handle. But the Bullet Club is fire. I've been watching for a couple months now, and I was like, man. And plus, you got New Japan Pro Wrestling, that's coming up. Ring of Honor is coming up. The WWE actually has like a second tier right there. It was like how the UFC was treating like Bellator and Strikeforce, like as the second tier. Like the UFC is the first tier, then you had Bellator and you had Strikeforce. Now it's the UFC. Then I wouldn't even put Bellator in the second tier anymore, because they got talent now. They got people coming out there like Michael Venom Page, and they took Rory. You got Paul Daly out here, and then you got that kid Chandler, who's a fucking savage. a killer. You got him too. Like you got all these people, and then look at what Ryan Bader just did this weekend. Ryan Bader just won. I had to give him some credit. I was like, that's what you're supposed to do. You come from the UFC and you take over. You take over. Like so, I don't even consider it second tier no more. A lot of these companies starting to have the WWE better hope New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor don't start catching their ass like how Bellator caught the UFC. I call, of course, the UFC is like there, but Bellator is definitely a close second. Now the second tier is like World Series and some other fighting stuff like that, but UFC is Bellator is right there. So if the WWE like don't do something like something may be right there in the next couple years. Like TNA used to try to do something, but nah, they just I don't know what happened to TNA. Maybe it still come on. Maybe I just don't watch it. But this New Japan Pro Wrestling shit has been good, and plus Ring of Honor, because you know I be entrenched in the Bullet Club. I be just looking at the Bullet Club, looking at what they gonna do, and trying to be elite. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be trying to do. So I was just like, hey, like if y'all fighting, I'm watching it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just simple with me. I hope that they start bringing wrestling back to the good days. I don't know how many people still watch it, but if you like me and you used to watch it back then, yeah, you probably hope they bring it back to the good days too. But I watched this video the other day, probably like a couple days ago, on Complex, of course. Like you know, they had their Complex Con and shit like that, but they had Kobe Bryant. Of course, y'all, I'm a Lakers fan, so anytime you get Kobe, I'm watching that. Anytime you get Kobe, I'm watching that. So they had Kobe and Kendrick Lamar talking greatness. I was like, oh shit, you got two of the best right there talking about greatness. You got two of the best. And you got Kobe who's a killer on the court talking about greatness. And Kobe was talking about I forgot the guy, I think it's Jinx. He was asking Kobe what's the difference between 24 and 8? Kobe was like, those two different people. 8 was fucking chopping heads off. He was headhunting. I was like, there you go. I'm like, but I was sitting there, I was like, dude, you was headhunting at 24 too. You was just more methodical about it. And when you was 8, you was just shooting the nigga's face and you didn't care. You was just dogging people. But when you was 24, you was doing the same shit, but you was just like more of a methodical killer about it. That's how I felt. You know, I can talk about Kobe for days, but this not gonna be one of those podcasts where I talk about Kobe and how he's my favorite player and all that. I'm not gonna say that. But yeah. Did y'all just say that? Did oh shit! I didn't know they was cleaning up today. Boy, that scared the living shit out of me. Oh boy, my heart just dropped in my damn chest. Man, when somebody just bust in here on y'all be wildin', y'all. I was chilling. I was talking, and then you look to the right, you hear that door open. I was like, what the fuck is about to happen, bro? No, that shit scared the shit out of me. I don't even remember where I was at now. I was talking about Kobe. Man, you see how I keep double taking? Man, I was talking, all right, this not gonna be one of them podcasts where I talk about Kobe the whole time. That's gonna be another day for sure. He need his own hour and something. But nah, I was when Kendrick was on there too. Like, Kendrick was on there with him. So I was like, that got me thinking. Who's the best rapper? And then I said, nah, that's too, that's like, I can't think of the word. But it's too subjective. It's too subjective for me because people got different preferences. Then I said, who's my favorite rapper? And I was like, of course, my favorite rapper is J. Cole. Cold World, baby. That's my favorite rapper. Then I was like, who's in the top 5? Me and my brother had this debate the other day. We had the debate. We was like, I'm pretty sure it's a given who's in the top 3. It's a given. It's J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. It don't matter what order you put them in. They in there. Whatever order you want to put them in. They whoever's your preference, but I don't see in the top 3 who you got in besides them 3. That's the top 3 rappers to me. Period. I don't see nobody better right now and all that. It's just that's not there. But then we got on Big Sean. We started talking about Big Sean. It's like, where is he? We both came to the conclusion, like, I will put him he's definitely top 5. Either number 4 or number 5. Like, I don't see him not being number 4 or number 5. Big Sean has done too much work and got too good of a catalog. I put him 4, me, because 5 is so many people that can be 5. There's so many people that can be 5. But I put him number 4 definitely, cause he like the music that he done dropped, and then you got the good music cipher and all. That's when I became a good a fan of Big Sean. Of course, that was probably the first time the mainstream people seen Big Sean. After that, I became a real fan of Big Sean. Like after I seen the good music cipher when they on BET when they good music. And he was like, boy. I was like, oh shit, that's fire. And he spit fire, he spit flames. So I was like, all right, I'm a fan of his. I put him number 4 because of the fact that he's done so much. And plus he's a killer. He's a killer. The only thing you can say about Big Sean is that he's not Drake, Kendrick, or Cole. That's it. That's why he ain't in the top 3, cause he ain't them. That's it. And that Kendrick got him on that Control verse, but Kendrick got everybody on that Control verse. Every single person on that Control verse got it. So every single rapper. So it's not even nothing against that nigga on that. Kendrick felt some type of way on that bit, and he went off. So I was like, go on get him. But to me, the number 5. Shit. I wasn't prepared for this to go number 5. Yeah, I don't know who I'm putting number 5, but I tell you who is underrated. Like I don't even see Machine Gun Kelly, MGK, getting any respect for his shit. I'm sorry, I'm a MGK fan. Again, ever since I saw the cipher, ever since I saw that BET cipher. I think that was in 2011. That cipher was, or yeah, it had to be 2011. Ever since I saw that cipher, I was like, okay, I'm a fan. Do you see how most of this shit come from ciphers? Like how to like, except for the main 3, most of that shit come from ciphers, because I'm like, you got bars. But MGK is, I don't think people give MGK enough credit. I don't know why. Like this album Bloom, I thought was fire. I was like, man, this I don't know what this dude got to do to just be like in the be recognized by his peers, man. Or maybe he is recognized by his peers. Maybe it's just like the mainstream media just not recognizing him for his craft, because I think MGK can rap like a motherfucker, dude. And it ain't just like, maybe it's the fact that he's white. Maybe it's the fact that he's white and his name isn't Eminem. Maybe it's that, because this I don't get it. I don't get it. Some of these dudes, some of these white dudes be killing this shit, bro. They be murdering some shit out here, and they just don't get the credit. Of course, I think, cause that's like being a white cornerback, dog. How many white cornerbacks are there in the NFL? I don't see one. I don't see one white cornerback in the NFL. If he's a white cornerback, if this dude is average, if he an average cornerback, y'all gonna hold him up, because you're gonna be like, dude, you made it in a field where there are none of you. Like, it's a couple outliers of you out there. So that's how Eminem was. Because Eminem was an outlier, because they was like, oh shit, this dude can spit. Oh, he got bars for days. Okay, white boy, I see you. That's how it was. So I really put MGK, like, I people should give him more respect to me. Like, that's just me. I like his music, and I thought this last album was fire, especially that song The Gunna. Plus 27 was my shit. 27 was my shit. That was my stuff. Plus I just listened to this Big Crit album. Oh shit. Another one. Since I seen him on the Cypher, I was like, man, who is this dude? And then I was like, oh, he T.I. I'm like, he affiliated with T.I. And you know, T.I. was one of my favorite rappers still to this day. So I was like, all right, listen to his music. Then I listened to this album. I was like, oh, so we doing this now. And now he's independent. I was watching Everyday Struggle the other day. They talking about he act talking about he sold like 50,000. I was like, oh, that's a lick. That is a lick, dude. That, like 50 grand. I mean, 50. I'm saying 50 grand. 50,000 units sold, bro. Man, it's a hand clap for Big Crit out here, dog. It's a hand clap. I love the album. The album was fire, dog. The album was fire.